Hello everybody and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Evan, the Darksteel Commander. We had just gotten this guy's Hall of Heroes and it's going to be gone in like an hour or so. Not an hour or so, in a couple hours or so. And I figured, you know what? I took a look at this guy and I was like, you know what? His passive looks pretty interesting. So I built him on the, on the sole purpose of exploiting his passive. And, and my build might not be the way a lot of people would build him. Maybe it is. Who knows? I don't really care. I just want to have some fun with his passive. So we built this guy and I figured let's have some fun on video, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this guy's kit, look at how people have built him in the monster info, show you how I've built this guy, explain my thought process, and have some fun. I don't really care where we're going to use him as long as we see this passive in work, right? Or in action. So let's not waste any time. He's part of the Assassin's Creed collaboration original monsters. If you've ever been wondering about this, if I recall, China has an issue with like copyright or whatever. So they like instead of like I think they are the only reason we have these original monsters, which actually I'm kind of grateful for because this Steel Commanders looks sweet, right? But so it's like we get Ezios, they don't, right? They get the originals, right? As far as I'm aware. It's something along those lines, but it's something about copyright in China and yada yada. Doesn't affect me. I get to have an Ezio and a Steel Commander. So, I mean, not anymore because, the collaboration's gone, but still. So, he does have a leader skill that increases the accuracy of allied monsters in the arena by 48%. Cool. His speed is not so great, but sure you can make up for it. Skill 1 is called Commander Strike. Attacks the enemy to inflict damage that ignores all damage reduction effects. This is pretty good, obviously, as a skill 1. You think of units like Theomars or Halphys, I think is always going to be units I'm going to refer to. Theomars, if I recall, is the Water Ifrit, where it's like when you inflict damage on him that would kill him, he survives and he just places Endure on himself for like a turn or whatever. And it allows him to just not die, right? Unless you remove that buff. If I recall, we could test this. We could see if we can. This should ignore that, since Endure is a damage reduction effect. And even if it doesn't, right? Halphys. Halphys has invincibility, right? You go through TOA, you run into Halphys, you get him to 50% health, and then boom, his passive procs. He places invincibility, and he starts healing at the end of every single one of your turns. You should still be able to damage him even if he has invincibility using this skill 1, since it ignores all damage reduction effects. So, pretty decent skill 1. Skill 2, Steel Swordsman, attacks the enemy 2 times to decrease its defense with an 80% chance, and stuns for 1 turn with a 50% chance. Reusable every 3 turns when fully skilled up. The defense break I do like, I suppose. The stun, I mean, this is a skill 2. I don't know why the stun is only 1 turn. Like, the stun feels kind of meaningless, right? But I'm sure it can come in clutch, I'm sure. But, like, a stun to me, especially if you're going to be using him in PvP scenarios, like in guild content and all that, it's like you're going to want a stun that lasts for at least 2 turns. Because it's just like, violent procking is a thing, right? It's like, I can't tell you how many times I would have stunned a Riley, and it's like, okay, cool, she's stunned, she's not going to heal next turn. Boom, she takes her turn, violent procs, and then heals, and it's just like, okay, so stunning her didn't mean anything. What is the point of a 1-turn stun when most of the units you're going to be facing off against that you're going to be using this against are going to just violent proc out of it, right? I mean, not all of them are, but it's just 1-turn stun. I'd rather have at least 2 turns, right? You could have done that. But the passive, the big thing that we were even building this character for. Meticulous attack. Attacks additionally with an attack that cannot be counterattacked when you attack the enemy on your turn. So whenever you skill 1 or skill 2, so on skill 1, it shows you're only doing 1 attack. Technically, with his passive, you were doing 2 attacks. This attack right here, and then his passive, right? I can't remember. I would need to look it up, or I guess we'll find out now, is if that extra attack takes the effects of his other 2 skills. So, like this skill 1, attacks the enemy to inflict damage that ignores all damage reduction effects. Does this extra attack also follow those rules, or is it just a random attack? If I recall, a lot of people were disappointed with the Ezios when they first came out because of because the passive is just a normal attack. It isn't like, it doesn't follow the rules of the first attack, like, right? So it's like, this one ignores all damage reduction effects. If I recall, the passive doesn't ignore all damage reduction effects. It's just a normal attack, if I recall, but I might be wrong. But it's still nice, right? It's another attack, and if you land this attack, technically, the enemy can't counterattack because of it, right? So I think another issue with this is that this attack right here, the first skill or the second skill, can be counterattacked. It's just that second attack that can't be counterattacked, which I think I'm doing a lot of thinking and not a whole lot of researching, but I know there's a billion and a half reasons to dislike this guy, but that's not what I'm bringing him for, right? It's this last part, right? This attack always lands as a critical hit, and the damage is increased by 100% if you attack a light attribute monster, right? So initially I was going to build him on like no crit and focus solely on attack percent and crit damage when building this guy. But I ended up somehow getting him just enough crit rate. But regardless, he's going to hopefully do a lot of damage with that additional attack on light attribute monsters. The only thing is, I'm kind of scared that maybe the multiplier is low. The bad thing is, you get units like Rashid is always one unit that I'm going to look back at, the Dark Epicon Priests. And it's like her skill kit looks amazing, and it's just the multipliers are so low on it that she ends up being bad, right? And it's on Comtuus's end, right? Not our end. So I'm hoping that it's not that case. But let's look into the monster info. By the way, you could build it. I'm not going to talk about how you could build it. I'm going to show you how I've built it later. Holy S, you guys are retarded in these debates. Holy shit, you guys are retarded in this debate. This guy is a badass nuker and even more brutal versus light. His multi-hit on Vio is great in Necropolis Abyss. Wait, what? He's good just about anywhere due to him being an LD. One of my favorite single Mon assassins will definitely get him better runes. I don't agree. I don't think he'd be amazing for Necropolis at all, but let's just look at your build. So, yikes. You said you were going to get him better runes. I'm assuming you're still doing that? Yeah, you must still be doing that. Before HOH club tapping. Dang, gosh. His damage is worthless. Sorry to tell you, but RIP if you got him. He doesn't counter light Onimusha at all, and not even Dimension Raid can make this unit work due to a really low multipliers. God dang it. I'm sorry for you player, but you got a useless lightning just like me. God dang it, man. That was the one thing I was hoping. Let's go to usage, man. God dang it, man. Light Beast. Arena, Guild Battle, Siege, and Punisher's Crypt Abyss. I want to try him in Punisher's Crypt Abyss, Light Beast, and then we could maybe do some type of other, like, Arena, PvP, whatever. God dang it, man. His multipliers are low. Violent Will, Rage Blade. I got him on Rage Blade. Fatal Blade, Violent Blade, Rage Will, Violent Revenge. Violent Will is probably the thing you're going to want him on, just so he's taking tons of turns. I think if you give him tons of turns with Violent procs, I think he's more useful then. But who knows? I mean, his multipliers are low, so technically, what does it even matter, right? Speed or attack, crit damage, attack. Main properties. Obviously, I'm looking for probably like skill 1 crit damage, skill 2 accuracy maybe, additional damage proportionate to something. He doesn't really need too much. Damage dealt on light, damage taken from light, yep. Crit damage as enemy's HP is less. I mean, yeah, but you also want as enemy's HP is more on target. Yeah, all these are really good. I mean, skill 2 crit damage, skill 1 crit damage, skill 2 accuracy. All these are good. I mean, I have nothing to complain about. Let's take a look at mine. Of course, I had one random Steel Commander lying around, so I put it into his thing. So I guess 5% more damage. Woohoo! But yeah. So here are his stats. Not crazy. I could have went more. I was farming for grindstones all day, but I didn't get the grindstones that I wanted. So yeah. So I managed to get him to above 10,000 bonus HP. 1,500 or 1,555 bonus attack, 508 bonus defense. I went nothing into speed, obviously. 77% crit rate, 227% crit damage. I mean, it's alright, right? So you can see it's like I tried farming. I didn't get any blade grinds. You see with this though, I was getting tons of flat defense grinds and all that for rage. But could be better. I could have grinded this out or gemmed it out. Like if I could have waited till I got crit damage here, probably could have at least been at like 234 or 5 or something like that percent crit damage. But I think it's irrelevant. Like that big of a number difference is not going to be too big when it comes to making this video with you guys. So whatever, right? So attack, crit damage, attack. It works. Here are his artifacts. He got 2 legendary artifacts. Wow, how lucky. Damage dealt on water plus 7%. Damage taken from wind minus 6%. Damage taken from water minus 14%. I guess we might have to... No, I don't care. Crit damage is... I was about to say giants, but no. Crit damage as enemies... Oh my gosh. Crit damage as more enemy HP, max 11%. There we go. Attack artifact, HP plus 1,500. Skill 1 accuracy, which means nothing. Skill 3, 4 crit damage plus 21%. I'm hoping that this affects his thing. I really need to do some research on these artifacts, but I'm hoping this affects his extra additional attack. Additional damage on speed, whatever, and crit damage as more enemy HP, max 5%. So his artifacts kind of help him, but not really. I need to farm more artifacts. Let's go to a dungeon. I don't know where. Let's just go. Okay, so here we are in the Light Beast. The team, I had to switch around units just so the enemy doesn't die too incredibly fast. We have Argar in the front. We have Diaz in the front as well to help tank a little bit. We have Teor, pretty hard single hit nuker. Harazvelg, you guys already know about Harazvelg. Crow's obvious. And then we got, I almost said Ezio. We have Evan. Light Beast. He should do damage, right? Right? Probably. Of course, I'm going to manual this because I want to see some damage. I don't care. We could do a normal run where we don't touch anything. But, I want to see the damage. Okay, so Harazvelg. Boom. Do that. Multi-hits. They don't work. Yeah. We don't really have to do anything for right now. Boom. Okay. So, we don't really need to ignore any damage reduction effects. I want to see skill 2, the damage on the normal attacks, and then that final attack. One thing to remember is, yes, I guess he does have tons of multi-hits. His first skill, even though it shows it only being 1 attack, and his second skill only being 2 attacks, I know that we got that comment from Necropolis earlier. It's like, hey, technically, yes, he has 2 attacks here and 3 attacks here because of that extra additional attack. So yes, he can maybe do something, but I don't think that's a reason to bring him in Necropolis, right? But 3 attacks here. The first 2 attacks, we're going to see the damage there, and then the difference in the third attack, hopefully. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, that was not bad. This is a Light Beast, though. So, 25, what was that? 25, 25, and 35? He literally did 10,000 more damage. Interesting. So, but this is the Light Beast, right? I mean, he better be doing that type of damage. He better be doing that type of damage. Harazvelg do this. So we're going to get another chance to see. Okay, skill 1. We're going to see his first hit. That's going to be the normal damage. And then this hit right here should again do increased damage. This additional attack always lands a critical hit, blah, 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 and the damage is increased by 100%. I wish that at the very least, that the damage increase by 100% would be on all of his attacks, but whatever. 216, 245. It doesn't seem like that big of an increase. Like, at all. We got branding, so Crow's going to go in. Oof. So we could do a normal fight afterwards, but whatever, right? Boom, 24, 26. I mean, he's doing more than, like, Teor, right? Not that Teor is really one to compete against. Boom. Can we see him maybe do something here? No, Teor's going to knock it down. And then his skill 2 I don't think is going to be up, is it? It should be, actually. Maybe? Okay. I think he should be able to end this off, right? Almost. So 20, 19, and then 25. It's not that big of a damage increase. 100%, but that doesn't feel like 100%, right? 100% you'd think would be like 20, 19, and then 40k, right? Like, that seems like 100%. But, huh. Do we even bother going in here? We'll go in here again. We'll let it auto, but that doesn't feel like that big of a damage increase. I mean, whoever said the damage multiplier isn't that good? What was it? It was that one. No, I didn't even look at the guy who said the damage multiplier isn't good. I don't think he had one set. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, look at, we're facing off against a light attribute. He should be doing this damage. I mean, the fact that he's matching the same damage as Teor, kind of, in a way. I mean, he's technically, I guess he's doing like 30, 40k while Teor is doing 20. But it's just like, you would think that he'd get so much more out. But maybe I'm tripping. He's not doing bad. I think, like, on an LD only count, I mean, you could use him. But, I mean, you wouldn't use him in Light Beast. I just wanted to bring him in Light Beast to see the damage he can get out. Because he's doing pretty good. I mean, despite the numbers, you've got multiple 20, 30Ks there. I mean, that is like some twins damage right there. Not twins. Not quite twins, but on the way to be twins. So he's doing pretty good damage. But I guess let's take him somewhere else. Okay, so here we are in Rift Raid. You'll see that on the party all the way to the left, I've replaced one of my units with Evan. I hope I swear to God, I'm so sorry if throughout the video I keep saying Ezio. It's so close in names, and that's exactly what they're based off of. So if I say Ezio randomly, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. The teams that I normally have, they do work. They work 100%. The times aren't that long. It's less than a minute. There's no reason for me to ever create like a super hardcore like BGR 5 team or whatever. Like, I know people are like, oh, you should do that. No, I don't care. It's a waste of resources for effectively next to no difference. I mean, if you do it, you do it, right? But let's see the damage he can output here. I'll be honest. I don't know if this dude, oh, God, that was awful. Well, I was about to say something, but it answered my question. I know for sure the boss here is a dark unit because that damage was god-awful. At least it would have matched it, but look at that. Look how fast we beat this thing. So even if his passive didn't do that much damage, what was that, 24 with 14? That was easily 38, almost 40k damage. Nice. Don't be giving, I mean, do give it to me, but don't be giving it to me now. I don't need it now. No, he's on Rageblade. Fatal doesn't matter. Let's try again. I want to see just one more time just to confirm it, because he only attacked once, I think. Oof. Come on. $21.14. Yeah. 30, like, after everything, that's like 36k-ish. Nothing crazy. I mean, but he's keeping up with the other damage dealers. You have to give him that. He does keep up with some of the other damage dealers. Like that. Okay, that was like 25 right there. Yeah, he keeps up with the other ones. Let's see, Rogue. Because my Rogue is built pretty decent. 25, and was that 7? Why is everyone getting like an additional attack? Oh yeah, Okay, so I was sitting here, I was like, man, his damage isn't that good. When you compare him to other damage dealers, he's actually doing decent. That was easily over 40k damage. Okay, let's move on to one more area before we just call it quits here. Maybe we call it quits. Let's just move on. Okay, so here we are in Punisher script, Abyss Hard. He shouldn't really be able to do really anything. He's not going to be super useful. I already know that off the rip. But I just want to see what type of damage he can get off here. He's probably going to be targeted by the boss. Like, he might be aggro depending. But if he can get in some good damage, he might work. Who knows? I'm not going to say that he's going to be a replacement of anything. You should not use him. I would much rather you guys use Crow, because at the very least, Crow can get in something. But maybe he gets in some damage. Like, maybe he does one of those, right? 50k to the crystal on the left, right? In the boss stage or something like that. Who knows? Maybe he does something great. Maybe he is poopy. But 4-6, he did 10k, but that was no defense break, no nothing. So maybe Irogar takes the beatings. That'd be not so great. I mean, you kind of want... Oh my gosh, yeah. He can get stuff done if you just set him up properly. But maybe you don't want Irogar to get beaten up. What am I on about? Let's just get to the boss stage. Oh, don't waste that. Why did you waste that? Boom. 8-11. Let's see. Okay, he's at there. It's focusing Irogar. No defense break. Eesh. I mean, good, I guess. There's a defense break. We are attack broken though, so that might be an issue, but that wasn't bad. That was decent. That was some decent damage. Gosh, but yeah, it'd still be better to use Crow. Because of Crow's gonna have the combos and all that stuff. The co-ops. I'm not even paying attention to damage, dude. Like, I forget the damage is gonna be up near the boss's face. Hold up. I need to see it slowed down because I am tripping. I'm not saying any numbers. 8, 13. Not bad, considering everyone is not even reaching above 10k, really. That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. 2 minutes. Not bad, he says. let's just do like 1 or 2 PvPs. I don't know. Let's go. Okay, so I found an arena battle with a light unit in it. That's specifically what I was looking for. I want to see what kind of things he could do towards Lima beans. We got Vanessa with the healing and the speed lead, so we're probably not going to outspeed, but that's fine. Changpun with the strips, the attack bar reduction, essentially the crowd control, right? I think. Yeah. Oh man, let's hope we can outspeed. We got him. He's immune to inability effects and increases your attack power by 20%, increases your attack speed by 10% whenever the enemy turn ends or you're attacked. That's going to be fun. We got to shut him down pretty quick. We can't... And no immune... no stunning. Gosh, he's going to be so annoying. Removes the harmful effects on all allies and grants invincibility for 1 turn. And immunity. So this is good. She's probably the perfect unit to test Evan out on. Because Evan is going to be able to ignore this, potentially with a skill 1, the invincibility. So, we need some speed, right? We need some type of speed. Speed lead, right? 10% speed lead. We need... Oh, you're all the way at the end here. Boom. We're going to bring Bernard, obviously. The basics. The attack bar boosting. I don't think he's fast enough. He might not be fast enough. Yeah, no, he's nowhere near fast enough. She's slow because I don't have any grinds on her. Because I've re-ruined her. Dude, I don't know who to bring. Could bring Tyron. We could bring Teor. Teor might be fun. Teor would have to freezes, right? He technically should be able to crowd control, freeze. Maybe take out the Mai Ho Wang. I don't know. we're going to probably lose. But it is what it is. Yeah, I figured no shot we would outspade. Ay, come on. As long as you don't kill. There's always a shot to come back from this. Whew. Wow. Dude. Okay. Taylor! Fucking bitch! Fuck, man. Move! You can die! Thank you! Jesus Christ, I'm sorry I got loud. But Jesus, why you guys take so many freaking turns? You go, no, you're dead. You're dead. Bye. Gosh, man. That pissed me off so bad. Jesus, man. Why? We're hurting you. We're aiming for you. I don't care. Let's see how much damage you do. Boom, boom. That was not bad. The damage ain't bad. God dang it, man. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for getting loud. That team was weak. Let's find another one. How ironic. Did we just find another one with Lima? We're going off against Lima Beans, everybody. Let's go. Fuck. Let's go. Let's do this. Outspeed? Hell yeah. Oh, this won't mean nothing. Let's just do this. Boom, squall. That didn't mean that didn't do nothing. Oh my god. Why did I even try? Why do I try? Why do I attempt anything at all? Here's another team. Good way to show off your credit card. Look at this. This is the name, expiration date, 3-digit code on the back, and this is a personal fuck you to me, right? Let's go in. We're going to kill the Epicon Priest. F the Pernas. We're going to stun the Pernas. We're going to one-shot the Pernas. Watch this. Boom. Wham. See that? One-shot it. They're dead. Right? You're dead. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. That's all we wanted to see. You're dead. Bam. Revive. Dead. I'm joking. Dead? Oh, we almost. Boom. Let's kill. Boom. Boom. His damage ain't bad. His damage isn't really not that bad. It could be better. I would expect it to be better. The only reason it looks as decent as it does now is because, let's be honest, 1,555 attack on top of 227% crit damage, you better be doing some damage. You can make anybody do damage. I could make Thrawn do damage on that build. We're done. Let's go back, man. God. I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm going to leave that part. When I got in and I got owned, I'm leaving that in. Whatever. I don't care. We moved on without a single word. I don't care. I'm so done, man. This guy, Evan, what do I think about the Darksteel Commander? Does he have his usage? Yes, he does. I do think he could be worth building. He's a good counter to light units. You see the damage. You see the output. He can get outwards of 50, 60k. I mean, yes, 227% crit damage, but he could be ruined far better. He can be, his things could be grinded out. He could have gotten out more damage. And even with gems, it's like, I could gem this. I can get some crit damage where that flat defense is. It's just like, trust me, he could do way more. And you're talking about this is without skill ups, right? He could get stuff done. Is he useful for every single fight? No. But when you're running into fights where you're facing off against light units or units like Halfus is he perfectly counters Halfus, right? And I know you guys are facing off against Halfus. In case you don't know who Halfus is, I probably passed him. Bear with me. There he is. Halfus, right? His little passive, I know you guys find him annoying. Especially you guys who early on find him annoying. Maybe this is the guy to help you counter him. The fact that you could do increased damage to light and then his skill 1 ignores all damage reduction effects. Yes, some of those fights probably didn't turn out the way we wanted him to, but that's purely on me, right? That's my, incompetence, I guess is what people would call it. I do think he is a unit. I do think he needs help. That passive skill damage, I think is awful. I mean, you have him on 20 227% crit damage, and he's only hitting 30k on that passive against light units. It's just like the 100% doesn't feel like 100%. It just feels like a normal attack. It doesn't feel like anything special. It doesn't feel like I'm getting a 100% damage increase. So it's like you see even in Rift Raid, it's like that hit 14k. 14k on a defense break branded boss? Like, it's awful, right? You look at a unit like Rashid. Rashid is one of those units that we were disappointed in because of her freaking damage. She's supposed to be able to do a lot, and she does nothing because of the multipliers. The multipliers, it's what destroys a lot of units. You get a lot of units who look like they're amazing, and then when you spend the time and you waste the resources to build them, they're actually not so amazing because of the multipliers. So I think the one thing holding this guy back is maybe increase that stun to 2 turns, and then increase the damage multipliers. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe I've overlooked something. Maybe there is another problem, but I don't see the problem. I think the damage multiplier on this and the stun for 1 turn is the problem. Everything else I'm fine with. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, right? Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm gonna fucking strip you of your runes, buddy. You're going into storage.